Yeah, episode 182, Sunday, the Lord's Day, and we got two O'Malley's here today. We got Daniel in for the first time. Hell yeah. Great to have you, bud.
Thanks. Glad to be here, man.
Yeah, you guys are on episode what of the Bro Malley Show?
57?
Yeah,
Something like
57.
Damn, that's fucking sweet. What do you think the hardest thing about podcasting is?
Just
that? Not saying. Oh, go ahead.
finding stuff to talk about sometimes, especially if our audience is like your guys is a lot of UFC, and if not a lot of stuff's happening in the UFC, you have to really kind of find different things to talk about. It's kind of hard.
Well, I think just not saying the same thing I say on here. We record Sunday here and then Thursday with Daniel, but it's not too bad because I get high pretty much every episode because we do it when just Thursday afternoon. So I usually just smoke and then I'm pretty good at just going off randomly and just random shit.
Yeah, Sunday to Thursday is a good little split, but you smoke during that one usually?
I get high every time.
Yeah, I'm like 50-50. Sometimes I do. Sometimes if
I'll
he already smoked, I won't really smoke, but if he just smokes, and I'll smoke with
little
him.
Dr. Dabber, little King Palm, get your mind right, help you fucking blabble.
It's hard to focus for me.
Dude, I don't know many guys. I mean, I don't know many people who haven't started a podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
everyone in
Sono's
their
dad.
Yeah.
And Sono's girl.
Yeah.
It's a fucking, it blew up, dude. Have you been listening to many Rogan podcasts?
Not a ton.
God, dude, he just is so fucking good. And it's crazy. And he was talking about it on one of his last episodes. Like, he doesn't understand why no one's really copied him in a sense of how long they are, or even like political, like they're 3 minutes in a commercial. Then they have, he's like, he said he doesn't understand why no one's copied him, but I don't think he understands how good at podcasting he actually is. I think he knows he's good, but dude, it's a skill. For us to do an hour is not hard. It's not easy. It's right in the middle. For us to do 3 would be so fucking hard.
Yeah. Well, you see it with the guests that some guests will talk and they'll go off the conversation. They'll have a conversation with you. They'll keep building on it. They'll ask you questions and they'll build on it. Some guests will just be like, answer your question, next one. And then you see some of his podcasts are fucking an hour and a half or something.
The last one I listened to, Antonio Garcia Martinez, he's a journalist, worked at a big tech company, I think worked at Facebook. Then he was just recently in Ukraine. Super fucking interesting. Like a 3-hour pod, listened to it, full thing. It was really good.
Damn. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a little fucking under the weather. I don't know if I'm under the weather or if it's allergies. I may or may not scored some strange Wednesday, and that could be it, but I don't fucking know. Dude.
Got it. That's so tricky, dude, because you just don't know. That girl could have literally just been sucking dick before she came over to you.
Yup.
You know what I mean? You don't fucking know. And
that's what I get.
That doesn't scare you a little bit?
When you're horny, ain't nothing scare a motherfucker.
That's true.
I wish I would have had that gene. I don't know. You might have it.
He does.
The gene to where it's like one girl forever, won't even look at another girl, never attracted to another. I just don't have that gene.
No,
I don't either.
I think it's a part of it's a mind thing, because there's been times where I've been like, damn, I do want that other girl, I want that, but then something about I feel like it's almost powerful to be able to shut that part of your mind off.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to test your testosterone too, because I bet mine's triple yours.
Yeah, and that's probably true. As like a professional athlete, you probably do have this crazy high drive testosterone.
I wonder.
Yeah, and maybe it's like,
but there is also a skill in not doing that. That he is 100% correct. Mm-hmm. It's powerful to be able to do that.
Yeah.
But I go back and forth. Like I've dedicated my life to being me. I don't know if I'm rationalizing it and making sense to being able to want to go fuck other chicks, or if I'm like, I'm just being me. Just being me.
Yeah. And always my whole life, ever since, I mean, I've always just kind of, I'm going to do what I want. I'm going to fucking do what I want because I'm not here long.
Yeah.
We're not here long. This life is so quick. I'm just going to do what I want. And
regret later.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think it's a fucking skill.
Dude, I remember being in high school too, though, and having 2 girlfriends multiple times. Like, thinking that was, like, obviously wasn't normal, but in my mind, I was like, I like both of them.
Yeah.
Like, why is that such a big deal? Why was it a big deal? Because I was lying to both of them. But in my mind, I was like, I like both of them. I can't text them both. I can't hang out with them both on different days.
Back when you were a young buck.
And now I'm like, Dane and I went on a date with our girl yesterday. Not our girlfriend or whatever, but we hung out with that girl yesterday. Had a great fucking time. Danny had a great time. She was like, that was really fun. And I told Danny this morning, I'm like, God, it felt so good to be able to just bust.
What did you guys do?
Went to brunch. hung out, went to Froyo, and just had a good time. But I told Danny, it's like I woke up Sunday and I was just like clear-headed. I was focused. I'm not thinking about smashing strange. I was like, I could just be normal for a little bit.
Yeah.
I told her that. Danny gets me.
Yeah, I always go back and forth too. I'm like, what the fuck is it, dude? What the fuck is it? Is it because we're allowed to? I mean,
well, even if we weren't, we'd still want to.
Yeah, and that's I think where most people are. They're not allowed to, so they just don't talk about it.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel bad, like hurting that other girl's feelings?
I don't have control of any other person's feelings in this world besides myself.
That's
okay,
that's a good
but
question.
You know you're gonna do it, even if
and that's where I've made a point to be like, if we do this or whatever, you know what it is. I have a girlfriend and I'm not interested in starting a whole nother relationship.
Not leading any girls on.
Not leading any girls on, and
you
not
make that pretty clear.
Before 100%.
Makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, dude, and it's made it way better because if you're leading on girls and hurting people like that, I mean, it's just, I don't know if it's gonna come back, but it's just not good juju.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's one of the rules, just knowing before. Hey, this is just kind of fun. I already have a girlfriend. I'm not really looking for a relationship.
Looking to bust a nutskis.
Mm-hmm. So,
it's life,
Do you
dude.
think that's gonna get more hard as you guys continue to grow, like in your fame and everything? Because girls are gonna be out there to mess with you, fuck with you,
clout chase,
money
sue
chase.
you.
Dude,
Like, are you nervous about that? Or are you?
I mean, I do think about it. I'm like, fuck, dude.
I
You don't know what these bitches. I mean,
Women.
People are scary in general.
Not
Like,
bitches. Huh?
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I know. People are saying you need to get like an NDA form or a disclosure form, have them sign it before. I'd feel really weird. Like, hey, we're gonna sign this real quick.
This NDA.
Yeah,
It's like
I
two.
mean,
it's a good idea,
safety.
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know.
Especially just, I mean, messages on Insta and Snap.
Those
and
are
tags,
it's
like,
clear like
ooh.
that.
Because some of the shit comes about with like Chris D'Elia and Brian and all these stuff, and it's just text, and it's not even nothing like that crazy usually, and it's like, phew, this came up from 10 years ago.
Right.
Like, fuck, dude. It's
Yeah.
definitely something to think about. But you guys didn't watch the fights at all last night?
I did. I watched a couple.
I was gaming, but I was peeking over.
I
my
watched
shoulder.
a little bit of the early, and then I watched while we were gaming Askar versus Kai Kara.
I was excited for that fight. I was just gaming, streaming, so I didn't just watch the whole thing. But it looked like a pretty crazy fight.
Yeah, that was a war. Now Moreno is calling out Kai Kara, and Figgy's calling out Kai Kara.
Even though they both have a fight.
But apparently they haven't signed it yet. So Figgy tweeted something about how
Who's the champ right now? Oh yeah, Figgy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Figgy. So he tweeted something about fighting Moreno now, and then
Fighting Kai.
Moreno put something on Instagram about fighting Kai.
I bet they both don't want to fight each other again. This will be a fourth time training for that motherfucker.
Yeah.
It's like I bet they don't want to fight each other again.
Dude, Kai Kara France, though, that motherfucker is super, super skilled, like top to bottom. That kid he was going against was a way more powerful wrestler, undefeated, number 2 in the world. Kai Kara France could be just basking in glory for a little while after his Cody No Love fight, but he takes this fight, and everything he does in that fight when it comes to standing up, defense, when the guy was on his back, was like perfect. So many fucking sneaky setups with his right hand. That kid is fucking skilled.
Trains at a good. He trains with Izzy, right?
Yeah.
That team. Yeah, good gym, good coaches, good fucking competitor.
Him versus Brandon Moreno would be sick.
They
They
said.
fought once, right? Or no?
Oh,
I'm
that's
not
a good
sure.
question.
I'm not sure.
Daniel said right after Kai Kara France won, they showed Cody in the audience, like, you know how they do. I was like, that's bad timing for like,
Or good time.
or yeah,
Yeah. Luis, he fought. He won a decision.
Luis Saldana.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
sweet.
watched that fight. That was crazy. That was a
Fuck
good
yeah.
pace fight.
Kid's cool. He was one of my. I fucking sparred him 100 times leading up for a lot of my fights.
Does he still train?
No, he trains at. He trains at somewhere else, right?
Fight
Powers or yeah, Fight Ready.
Yeah. And then Chris Gutierrez versus the guy you were trying to fight a while ago.
Who?
He fucking.
Let me see.
I forgot his name.
Nana or something.
Or you weren't really trying to find him, but
He's
we
from-
asked for him.
Mongolia, I think. Or something.
But nasty fucking spinning back fist, dude.
Oh,
That was
KO.
crazy.
the
What
fucking
round?
Clean.
It was second or third, I think.
Second round.
Oh, remind me to tell you about the setup I was thinking about. I wanted to tell you on Monday when I was shadowboxing, but you were grappling. I was like, I'll just tell you after that you were tired. I didn't tell you. Remind me.
And then Brian
texted you.
Barberina and Matt Brown.
I didn't watch that. I heard it
Bro,
was a
you guys
war.
got to rewatch that
It
fight.
was sweet.
Oh my God, it was fucking sweet, dude. I was telling Mariah, I'm like, Brian's probably the most durable motherfucker I've ever sparred with. Like, I've never hit somebody in the body as hard as I've hit that kid, and they've never went down, and he eats it and still just plots forward. Like, he's so fucking durable. Versus Matt Brown. You gotta watch that fight, dude. It's insane.
I know he won, right?
And then he won the
because
decision.
Schmitty and Brandon were thinking they were gonna give it to Matt Brown. Same with the Askarov fight.
I'm curious with the Matt Brown. Why would you think he won? He did take down Brian. Every time he took down Brian, he did nothing. So that's the thing where people are saying like, oh well, yeah, he took him down, he swept him. Yeah, but when he got his takedowns, he does nothing. So should that count for something? That's the difference.
Yeah, that's a big difference.
How do they not have that figured out by now, though? You'd think, judging wise, you think that'd be like there should be a more set. Hey, if this happens and this doesn't, then it's nothing.
I mean, maybe it should count as something.
Control.
Yeah.
I mean, taking someone down is fucking not easy.
Yeah,
It's not.
but you're not damaging them.
But if you're in a fight, it's like, did that hurt? Did you slam them?
Yeah.
That might have hurt them. Taking them down and they're on their back now and then they get up. It's like, that doesn't really hurt.
Or you take a guy down, you hit him with a nice double leg. You go into his guard, and that guy's smacking you with elbows, smacking your face.
Off his back.
Throwing up a triangle, throwing up an armbar. Does the guy with the takedown get the more points?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah. I feel like it should not be
I'm gonna text
opinion at
Cha-Cha.
this point.
Yeah, ask Cha-Cha.
I feel like they should make, in a professional sport, they should have that basis
in.
down a little bit more.
So new, I guess, still fighting compared to football and basketball and shit like that.
Yeah, and then the judges, like, how experienced are they on the ground? Who fucking knows?
Zero.
But Matt Brown's 41 years old, dude.
Said he wants 7 more fights, right, Schmitty?
What? The crowd was...
Well, he just fought
No, he wanted 4 more years, 8 fights.
8 fights, but didn't he say that?
Yeah.
Oh, he said that after this fight he wants 8
No,
more?
This was all before. He wanted
So if he does, if he wanted 8
that's 2
and then
fights a
fights
year.
1, then that's 7.
No, I don't think he included this
Oh.
fight. Didn't include, he wanted 4 more. He wanted a new contract.
Damn,
4
that's
years,
wild.
8 fights.
He's 25 and 19.
Damn.
41 years old. Fucking OG, dude.
Beast.
My girl Grasso won.
She's so cute.
Yeah, she is,
Would you
right?
kiss her?
I would.
If she wanted to. I would too.
And then Curtis Blades came out, didn't even take the kid down, and fucking KO'd Chris
Curtis
Daukaus.
Blades a motherfucker. Dude. Lost to Derek Lewis and Francis. Like,
Huge.
yeah.
He's fucking huge, dude.
He is. Every time I see him in Vegas or where, yeah, pretty much only Vegas, I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude, I would fuck you up. No, jokes. I'm just terrified. I'm like,
I feel like the heavyweight's one of the toughest divisions out there right now, too.
nah, well, fuck.
Stipe, John, Gunn, Aspinall,
John?
Tai Tuivasa. If John Jones ever comes back, he's gonna be.
No, yeah, it's definitely good.
Yeah, that Aspinall guy shakes it up a bit.
Yeah.
But you know what I was thinking the other day? Why is being, or who made it illegal to be a hooker?
Yeah, that's
You
a
know
good
what I
segue.
But no, but really, who made it?
I'll Google it.
And okay,
Safety, probably?
No, I get it, but what do you mean safety?
Like, I don't know. Maybe.
Rapes and murders.
Well, no, it's the sex trafficking that I get. Like,
Yeah.
obviously, that's fucked up. But if a woman's like, hey, I enjoy sex, I enjoy letting the guy. Okay, you can swipe on Tinder and go meet up with someone and they can fuck you. But if there's any money involved, then it's illegal. Why is that?
Is it legal in some states or no?
I don't know.
I just
I don't really know either.
Who made it legal to have sex? Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really answer. The
I think
question.
it's.
I bet it was
it's
Jesus.
bullshit, though.
Jesus.
Was it Jesus?
Probably read the Bible, bud. You'll figure it out.
Dude, me and my mom go back and forth comparing
Sex?
scriptures and talking about scriptures all the fucking time.
It's nice your mom can have conversation with you though. My mom shuts down and just it's very defensive and very just like, just she can't. It's impossible to. Even if I have like a normal tone voice and I'm like, Mom, she just instantly gets defensive.
No discussing.
No discussing because she doesn't know, and I think it's like she knows I'm gonna ask her like questions that are gonna be hard to answer, so she just. I'm not talking to you. Like, shuts down.
Damn. Yeah, that's crazy.
It's not fun to question something that you believe wholeheartedly in.
When did you, Daniel? Because I remember Sean came down. He still kind of was like believing in it, and he felt guilty saying shit. When did you start being like, either?
I think I always questioned it. Like in middle school when we had confirmation.
Oh, that shit was lit.
I would just always question. I'd be like, why do we have to be here doing this for him? So I think it was planted pretty early. I mean, it's not like I don't believe in a God, because I would believe in a higher power. I just don't believe in like the way that you're supposed to live your life because of this God.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I don't believe like the strict rules that people make, like Catholicism, how strict they are. You have to go to church every single day.
No
I just don't.
sex
There's
till
just
you're
things
married.
about each religion I don't believe in, and I just kind of I have faith that there is a higher power, but I just don't know what the hell it could ever be.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was always young, kind of like it just didn't make sense to me that we're doing everything for this guy upstairs. Like he's if you do something bad, you have to ask for forgiveness. It just always kind of felt weird to me.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
But it was scary really admitting me like, maybe
yeah.
I don't, maybe, because I never would say, oh my God, I would never use God's name in vain.
Same.
I would never cuss. Like I would, I don't know. I just was so scared of, I guess, going to hell. It's so weird that they implanted that in my brain because we were going to church when we were young. Like that's just, it's so
also
weird.
Comforting knowing that could be it. Like I feel like a lot of people, they're just comfortability. They're like, oh, if I do die, I'm going to heaven. So that's why it gives me enough reason to believe right there.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, so you're basing it around, I hope I go to heaven.
Yeah, I think that's what a lot of people do.
I didn't play the video my mom was saying, but yeah, she said I'm not going to heaven because I don't believe in her God. I'm like, Mom, you don't ever ask me what do I believe in. I mean, I don't really have a good answer. It's like, I don't fucking know. But she's like, you don't believe in my God, you're not going to heaven, and Daniel's not going to heaven anymore because he asked my mom questions, not in a just and then like an honest like, why would the devil punish you if you went to hell? Like if you go to hell, you're supposed to be hanging out with the devil. Why would he punish you if you went there? You should be hanging out, slapping fives, fucking hookers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't. Yeah, he asked my mom quite a good question, and so he's going to hell too. And yeah, my mom was saying it's gonna be such a hard day for her when she's in the clouds, reaching down for our hands, and God doesn't let us come up. And I'm going,
I wanted to ask her. I would talk to Sean about it a little bit. Like, if someone gave you definitive proof that your religion was wrong tomorrow, would you be able to change your mind, or would you still hold on to that faith in that religion?
Yep. And I asked my mom the same thing, and she said no, she would not change.
Even if there was definitive
If there was science, truth right there, not changing.
well, it
that
makes
gets into a
sense
cult?
because it is a cult. That's what you were talking to your
100%
mom
it's a
about.
cult.
That's
100%
scary.
it's cool. I know. It's
Jobins
crazy.
is a cult. Take it over, baby.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of scary because you're kind of like you
cult
two are like a
leader.
god.
Not me.
You guys are like you guys are like the
Shane.
cult leaders. You guys are like the god.
Not me.
Fuck.
Joe, like Schmitty and Soto and War.
We're
Those
getting
are like the
we're
cult
getting them
leaders,
tatted.
dude.
We're getting them tatted, baby. We're
Yeah.
putting the brand on
You're
these
teaching
motherfuckers,
them
baby.
things. You're showing
We're
them
teaching
your
them to
ways.
hydrate. Let's sleep good. Let's have great sleep tonight. Let's have good communication with your partners. Like that's a cult, but it's a goddamn good cult.
Yep.
Like we're preaching our own gospel.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Oh shit, that reminds me. I was listening to I've been re-listening to The Mastery of Love, and just this little part right here I want to play for the people. Oh no.
Is it right at the beginning?
It's chapter 5. Oh, there's fucking internet in here. I just keep
It should
talking.
work. The Are you hooked up
No,
to
I'm
the
on
internet?
5G.
Oh.
I'm getting EMF. Yeah, anyway, you guys keep talking.
Yeah. Another thing that I thought was funny, that I was just thinking about is I mean, Yeezys.
Oh, Yeezys.
Yeezys could come out with anything. I'm telling you, fucking anything. And Dal, maybe Jay, maybe not, would be like, no, it's sick.
Jay would. Jay fuck
No,
Kanye.
it's sick. What is it about that just anything they drop is sick?
Well, Yeezys do have. He has like a good idea of fashion and design, and it's his own. And if you just like someone that much, you're gonna fuck with his stuff. Cause
yeah, that's what I was.
What's the password? Do you know?
I was asking. Yeah. I was asking Dal. I'm like, so if they're gonna drop this thing, it's gonna be hot. They're surprising you, and it comes out and it's a G-string. And the guys wear G-strings and it's sick.
Dal,
would you do it?
yeah, Dal would.
Dal would be on board. Would
but
you,
a lot
Jay, or
a lot of people cop that stuff because it's limited edition and you could resell it. So
Oh,
it's
is
not
that
even
why?
a matter if it's that sick, but you could just resell, make some money off
And if
it.
you don't resell it, it's still limited edition, which I feel like people like to be unique.
Yeah.
If someone's not wearing it and you are,
That's
you
true.
like that.
Sugar
Yeah,
Shop
true.
SEO, baby. You got them jerseys, you know what I'm saying?
The Yeezy slides I got though are so sick, dude.
Yeah.
They're so comfortable. They'll put an extra 2 inches on your height,
That's
and they're
nice.
fucking comfortable.
You like that?
But those other ones, those like alien looking ones, I'm like, I don't know, dude. If it wasn't Yeezys and they were selling those at Walmart, they would get made fun of hard.
Right.
They'd be like, what the fuck? Who would ever wear that?
It's the power of building the brand.
Yeah,
It's just crazy.
yeah, for real.
Like all these high class, like Gucci and Louis Vuitton and everything, they're just there's just brand. It's like it's not even that much nicer, but I guess the quality is. But you build your brand big enough, you can just do whatever you want.
For real, just drop whatever the fuck you want.
That's kind of what he does. He just
Yeah.
drops whatever the hell he wants.
Yeah, true.
Whatever, dude. That's not true. God, it said.
You been still fucking around with stocks and stuff?
Yeah, here and there. I mean, it's hard right now with the stock market has a real overcorrection or correction.
Like 20,000 in my E-Trade. How's that doing?
Yeah, talk about it later.
Oh God.
No, the stock market's in a huge correction because during COVID, everything was going up. You'd buy any stock, it was going up, especially ones related to COVID, any sort of healthcare. That was like, oh, we got a COVID plan. Boom, stocks are just. So now it's in a real correction phase. So it's
correction means like it's just it plummeted and now it's kind of working its way back up. Or?
Well, like once it goes so high, it's bound to come down. So that's kind of the correction. It's like with the housing market too. Like right now, we're gonna start in a correction because everything's selling and it just has to come back to its normal levels, which is what they call a correction.
Oh, okay.
So it's nothing crazy. It's not really crashing, but Ukraine and Russia is hurting it too.
Huh.
Because apparently we're gonna have a huge food shortage. Biden came out and said, "Fuck," due to this Ukraine-Russia stuff. So people are buying food left and right.
Jesus.
That's so scary.
I was watching this like little documentary last night about stocks and when the GameStop thing happened and all these like experts, how some people off that made a lot of money, but a majority of people fucking just lost a lot of money and just fucked themselves.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, actually, GameStop and AMC are kind of coming back up the last couple of days.
Oh,
They're
really?
still kind of people are still like built a community around it. People are still psychos holding GameStop and AMC, thinking like, hey, it's gonna go crazy again because of squeeze and everything. But
Crazy shit, man. I never found out what I was looking for because I just didn't. But it was talking about how in a relationship, how if you have a dog and you love your dog, you can't expect it to act like a cat or a horse. Loving someone for who they truly are and not for how you want them to act. Like Danny doesn't love me because she loves me for who I'm. I'm fucking who I am. I don't pretend. I don't lie to her. I don't fucking tell her. I don't look at other girls. I don't want to. Like I just tell her who I am, and she loves me for who I am. But a lot of relationships is like
you got to fit their mold.
You fit their mold, and if not, I mean, you're gonna argue. You're gonna have like.
Or you're not gonna. I'm not gonna love you if you don't do.
I will. Yeah, I'll love you if you behave the way I want you to. But the second you act how you really are, or how I think you're not, or whatever, then I'm not gonna keep loving you.
That's fucking good.
That's
real good.
It's God, the master loves it. Just talks to you. It's a good book.
But yeah, but some people would read that book and be like,
It's hard to read. Very
Yeah.
hard to read. I remember Michaela read it. She was like, it was hard for me to kind of like, oh, interesting. But also in that book, you don't just believe what you fucking read. It's something that you put into practice and say, does this work in my life or whatever? Mm-hmm. I don't know. I'm enlightened and shit.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Enlightenment. You know what I mean?
Dude, I shouldn't be talking about hookers that way, I guess, because that'll probably piss a lot of people off. Because you know what?
But you didn't say anything bad.
No, I didn't. But people, I mean, girls, I think get molested at a young age, and it fucks them up.
Yeah,
and that's why they're hookers.
And then that's why they're hookers, and it just puts them on a bad fucking spiral. So, I guess in that sense, it's bad. But if you had if you had a normal, healthy girl that wanted to decide, I'm gonna swipe on Tinder. Yeah, I'm gonna hook up these guys, and they pay me to do it. Yeah, that's illegal for that.
Yeah, you can just say here's $100 for massage.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yep. So Schmitters, we're still on the hunt. So Sugar took Schmitters into Sprouts, one place, and we got him an interview.
Well, I went in and said, I was talking to the lady that I go in to talk to all the time. Super nice lady. I'm friends with, I know everyone at Sprouts. And I said, hey, my buddy Schmitty's looking for a job. And said, you guys are hiring. She's like, oh, right there. Greg's the hiring manager. Greg comes around, writes his name down, number down, and says, yeah, I'll call you this afternoon for an interview. Schmitty goes in the next day, 3 o'clock, goes in for the interview. I come home, or I'm gaming. He comes in. He's like, didn't get the job. I'm like, how did you not get that job?
And his defense was he's overqualified.
He said his mom said
his classes.
He said his mom said.
Talking about the haters today. Let me on this pod. I'm ready to rant. I got something to say.
Come on.
I got fucking something to say. Where do I go?
Switch Daniel's seats for a sec.
Take it.
I got something to say.
So he's overqualified, but I wish that interview was on camera so bad.
You know, hold on a second. First off, Jobins,
Absolutely.
shout out. I know they don't even fit. I lost my
I like
glasses at your. I left them at your gym yesterday. So if we can go after and look for them, I hope they're there.
Yeah, they're probably gone. But
Anyway.
I know, but hold on, Jobins. First off, if looking for a job right now is my only problem, life is good. I got both my hands,
That's
both
a
my
bad
feet.
problem to have.
Hold on.
I'm kidding.
I'm looking, Jobin, and I know I aced. When I walked out of that interview, I thought I had it. I felt so good. First off, when we got the interview, I felt good. When we all walked in there, felt great. I know who I am, and I know how good of a person I am, and I've done interviews. I interviewed people. I know what to say. I know what they want to hear. Yes, I thought over being qualified is a thing, and I'll explain that. Maybe it was the weekends. I want weekends off. I'm trying to grind.
So you're desperate for a job, but you come in saying, I want weekends off.
Dude, it's 2 days. You got me for 5 days. When he already knew that too, coming in because of the lady. When we went, he goes, so you're working for Sean. Is there any way you could come in on the weekends if we needed you? I said, yeah, if we needed.
Which isn't necessarily true.
Yeah, and he goes, but you want the weekends off? I'm like, yes. He's like, and he even asked me, what's the lowest hours you wouldn't want to work? I go, well, anything under 20 would suck. And he goes, what's the highest? I said, well, 30. If 30 is minimum, I'll do 30. If you guys need me for 40, I'll do 40. He even goes, okay, if we do the thing where if people can't come in for a shift, are you open to come in as long as it's the weekdays? I said, absolutely. Everything was positive that I said with this guy. When I walked out with that interview, I felt good and I thought I had it. It's a part-time job. I am overqualified for the position. I have a bachelor's degree. I have 5.5 years of management experience. When you hire someone, you have to train them. There's a lot that goes behind hiring, right?
yeah,
And so when you hire someone like me, you're going to get this position, and there's most of the time people are going to get that position and they're going to realize, hey, I deserve better pay, I deserve this, I deserve that. There's that possibility. Was it that? I don't know. I'm not the Greg guy. I hope you're calling him. I hope we find out. Yeah.
If we do, you
Yeah. I actually want to talk. Like, hey, Greg.
No, don't talk to him.
because I was worried that Greg
Yeah.
was going to be like, okay, we're going to train this kid, and he's going to quit in 2 weeks. 'cause he
Exactly.
thinks he's
That's called
overqualified.
being overqualified.
But that's not acing an interview and knowing what they want.
Oh,
Knowing
I
what they
know
want.
I
Say,
aced
hey,
that
I'm
interview.
gonna make this deli sick.
Dude, I had
this
that
is my
energy.
and this is my commitment. Is this deli?
He asked me, he's like, what are their... I applied for the produce position.
Hi, could I speak to the manager, Greg, please?
I applied for the... Okay.
Thank you.
Can I talk to him?
No,
Can I
don't say anything.
appreciate it?
Or Sean, do you want to? Because he knows you.
But
Hold,
he's
hold it
on.
into the mic.
Greg, don't say anything, Schmitty. Don't say anything.
We're gonna get down on the bottom. He's like, he didn't even come in.
I want...
I don't. I was on.
I'm fired up, baby.
Hey, Greg, what's up? It's Sean O'Malley. I brought in Schmitty the other day looking for a job, and I was just curious. I know he said he didn't get it, and I was just trying to help him get a job and seeing what we could do better for him to get one. So I was just curious how the interview went and what he could have done better.
Yeah, what do you mean he didn't get it?
He said he didn't get the job.
No, it's over the weekend. We can't do anything over the weekend. That's what I told him.
Oh, okay.
We got full plans to get him on.
Oh,
I don't know what he heard, but yeah, that's
Can I
not
talk
what
to
was said.
interesting. Okay, awesome, Greg. I really appreciate that. I'll let him know because he, for some reason, was misunderstood and said he didn't get it. But awesome. I really appreciate you, Greg.
Yep. Yeah, I just let him over the weekend. We can't do backgrounds or anything, so we can't move forward just yet.
Okay, awesome. Thank you very much.
So you got some explaining to do.
Bye, Greg. Okay, wait.
Hold on, let me go.
Let
All right,
him
let me
talk
go.
first, and then you go.
I'm just so.
I'm so fired up right now, Jobin.
Calm down. How did you misinterpret? No.
let me
Let me
explain.
talk. How do you?
I want to
I'm
see the
gonna
email.
explain
You
it.
said
Can
you
I
got an
explain
email.
it?
You said you got an email saying you didn't get it.
He told me that day, Jobins. He said, all right, Schmidt. He goes, all right, I'm going to call you later on tonight. And because he said he couldn't promise anything. I waited by that phone call, Sean O'Malley, all night with Brendan. Hold on. He said he would call me. I waited the next day. He didn't call me. I checked my emails. I got an email for the position saying I didn't get it.
Let's see the
Can
email.
I see it?
Oh my! I
Hold
forgot
on,
my
phone's
laptop.
over there.
Okay,
you know what?
You're
I
at
wanna
like
see
you're
the
at a
email.
7. You're at an 8.
I know, I'm so
you're pushing
fired
a
up
10.
because You know what? I love all you. Jobins.
I'm
I
worried
love-
you're smoking too much weed and it's slowing you down
I
mentally.
want to see the
I'm
email real
fired
quick
up.
where it says.
How do you
didn't get it.
misinterpret?
this email.
I'm fired up because I get these guys don't believe anything I say. Shout out.
I wonder why.
I
wonder why we don't believe anything you said. You said you didn't get the job. I called Greg. He said you got the job. What do you mean you wonder what?
Look.
Okay, and another thing. Also, I tell Schmitty, quit smoking so much weed before we game. You play slow, like you do stuff. I'm like, why? What are you doing? He didn't smoke the other day. He was dropping 10s. He was playing
application update Sprouts. Read it out loud, Sugar Shane.
Application update Sprouts Farmers Market. Hi, Schmitty. Thank you for your interest in our produce clerk position here at Sprouts. Our talent acquisition team has reviewed your application. At this time, we have decided to pursue other candidates who most closely meet our needs for the position. Please be assured that your application was given full consideration. If you have applied for other positions, please note that this message is only in reference to the produce clerk position.
Which is what I applied for.
New opportunities are always opening up, so we encourage you to search career page for the position that you are interested in. Thank you for your interest in Sprouts. Have a healthy day. So this email is misleading. It does say you didn't get the
and then
produce.
You boys were hating on me. Made me even more sad.
It says you didn't get the produce position, but
I was also optimistic. Like, I told him you can read my messages with my parents. I was like, maybe even my dad was like, hold on, give it a couple days, maybe they'll call you. And look what happened. He said he would call me that day, and I got that email. I'm sorry for getting hyped.
No.
I was just fired up from all the haters online. Fuck you.
I would have been pumped if you would have been like, but they might give me a different one.
Yeah.
They might give me a different
one. You can read the messages with my mom and dad. That's what we were thinking. Maybe they'll give me. But when I saw that, and I still have gotten no phone call, and he never explained to me the weekend thing that he just explained to you.
Yeah. I can't say he did or didn't because I wasn't in the interview room. I just can't. But why are you caring so much what people are saying on the internet?
Yeah,
no, I don't.
You do. Just admit it. You do. It affects you.
It does affect you.
So don't say you don't.
And
Joe,
so Joe, the king, legend, Joe Rogan, and you guys, you always spit it. Don't let people don't even read them.
Post and ghost, baby.
Yeah. All the people who give me positive, it fueled me. The negative lit a fire under my belly and made me go harder. So shout out to you haters because you did motivate me. Haters motivate me, make me want to conquer even more. So I do appreciate you guys. You ain't doing what I'm doing. I'm out here trying to grind on my goals and things. I will get a part-time job. It ain't nothing but a thing. I ain't worried about it. So let's go, baby.
I think there was like only a couple haters.
I know.
Majority of people were like, hey, I can help him get a job.
I know.
Yeah.
And I love you guys. You fucking Jobins rock. Sorry for being fired up because I've been having a lot to say.
It's okay.
So I appreciate you.
I'm pumped we called Greg.
Shit.
You do
I am
ground
too.
me.
Imagine if we didn't call Greg.
I know. I want to hug you and kiss you right now, John. I'm so fired up right now because guess what? He should have called me and said, hey, you got the job, but we can't do anything over the weekend. I'll call you Monday.
Greg's a manager at Sprouts. He's probably pretty busy.
Oh, he told me that. Shout out, Greg. You a fucking legend, Greg. I can't wait to work for you.
He wanted to fuck Greg up yesterday.
Well, now we know. Man, maybe I can just give them a jingle. See what they say.
Give them a what?
Maybe I could have called
jingle.
him and said, hey, I'm just calling back. I said what I said.
That's a good point. I will.
Yeah.
I'll do that after the pod.
Well, not we don't need to call him now.
Well, hold on. I thought you guys just told me to.
No, you could have done what I just did. Say, hey, Greg, I was curious. It says I didn't get the job. And then he would have been like, hey, no, I just couldn't run backgrounds on the weekend. Oh, so I did get it. Not the produce, but you're gonna be a fucking bagger or some shit.
Right. Which will be sick.
Dude, I'm gonna see you when I go in there, and then fucking I'll get 10% discount off my groceries.
You're gonna end up meeting your girl there, I bet.
Damn, there's some.
I ain't gonna be like that, boys.
Wait, what?
I'm not falling in love. I mean, my bad. I'm gonna get some puss, hopefully, but I'm not trying to fall in love. I'm out here to grind.
Okay, and another thing I want to talk about too is that body shield difference between the one I hit Daniel with and the one I hit Schmitty with. And Schmitty's he's bragging a little bit, saying that it was just. But you were saying I've never worn a body shield. I don't know, but you were saying that is the best body shield you've ever worn. That it's like,
dude, Mike Tyson could hit me in the guts as hard as he want. I wouldn't. I mean,
and Schmitty was acting like he was like fucking them. I said you need to be humble. Maybe that padding wasn't. It was that Sanibel body shield is great.
Champ, I know.
I say we throw on the one I hit Daniel with.
Oh, I know there'll be a extreme difference.
I don't know if there will. I honestly don't.
I
I'm just saying we should try it again with a different body shield.
Coach right there.
I say no body shield.
No, he would.
That's what some of the people want. That'll wilt me like a flower.
It doesn't matter if it wilts you though.
Yeah.
You know, it's like getting a tat.
It is an experience, right?
It's an experience. All right, Schmitty, switch with Daniel. Good shit. You got the job.
By the way, Daniel,
Schmitty got the job.
Good shit on this pod, brother. You're a legend. You're killing it.
Schmitty got the job. We had to give him a call in.
Schmitty got the job, and our boy Dal got some puss last night.
Well, you got him the job.
I just got Schmitty the job again. Got him it twice. And speaking of, Dal, I think Dal got some puss last night. We're not for sure.
All the Jobins are up.
All the Jobins, I guarantee a couple of Jobins were going, let's go, Schmidt. Let's go, Schmidt.
Most of them were.
I was wondering where the next rent's coming from.
I know. Yeah, Dow. we'll see with Dow. That fucking.
What
kid.
if Greg's like, all right, I'm not giving this guy a job. He just doesn't.
Give a shit?
He doesn't.
No,
No,
he's
he got
gonna,
it.
He's gonna get a job. He's gonna get a job.
I think you go into Sprouts and make out with him.
Yeah. I mean,
Bullshit.
yeah,
Schmitty said he's not falling in love.
Yeah, with Greg's cute.
Why you want to fall in love?
Because I want to just get my goals and dreams going and take care of me and like my family. Because I've been down that. I fell in love hardcore. The first person I ever fell in love with, and it damaged me. And I just don't want that again. I did learn a lot from it. And I know what not to do and where to,
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I don't know if you're gonna be able to decide though, because if a cute chick comes in, gives you good vibes, and is being really nice, and you're just gonna nope,
Not fall in love, bitch.
don't call me, don't text me.
I would
There's
just go with the
nothing
flow and not have any like this is it or this is that. Just go with the flow.
I think there is nothing wrong with it. I think what I'm just trying to say is my focus has shifted a little more on something.
There you go. And Dal's focus, he finally got. Hopefully, we don't know. He hung out with a chick last night. We don't know what happened. We weren't there, and I don't just take people's words for it. Just don't do that. I just always assume. Just I don't know
Does
what
Dal
happened.
got game?
Until
No.
you've
Well,
hung
we'll
out with
see.
someone for years and you've heard them cap many times, it's hard to fucking just be like, okay,
I believe it.
What you say is what I believe. Like, he had me fired up yesterday. I slept like shit, woke up sick, need to lose all this fucking weight for this tournament. And Dal's like, yeah, Tim, you fuck threes. I'm like, I fuck threes?
Oh,
And I sent some pics of some girls, and he's like, yeah, they're mid. I'm like, dude, Dal. He was pissing me off so fucking bad, and I don't know why.
yeah. I was reading those conversations, but I was on my date, so I was a little distracted.
Too busy.
Too
huh?
busy.
You couldn't wait for the tourney. How much do you have to cut?
Dude, it's fucking dumb, dude. It's
not-
probably 8 now, because I haven't been able to work out these last 2 days now. Well, I worked out Friday hard, but it's fucking bullshit, dude.
But
I'm just pumped for this shit to be over, honestly.
Yeah, that's about how I start feeling a week out. I'm just like, because this week it's different for grappling because you got to still train kind of hard. When for a fight coming up, it's like you don't train as hard for a fight the last week. Like you still have to, which
Yeah.
is fine, but you're ready to just take the time
I mean, in a 1 week, I'm not gonna get in any better shape. So
Right.
now it's just about
maintaining.
losing the fucking weight, dude, which
Mm-hmm.
is so stupid. It's extra stupid when you're losing weight and you're not getting paid for it.
Yeah, that's true.
fucking-
Cutting weight definitely fucking sucks, but knowing like okay, I'm getting a good sized bag to at least make weight. That
Yeah.
helps.
There's no prize consolation in this tourney?
It's moral, baby.
I mean, it's like the Olympic trials.
Okay.
Yeah, but dude, just dieting in general, just like you said, everyone needs to do it. Well,
Everyone
you
does.
had a taste of it, Daniel, because of your
Yeah.
stomach issue.
Yeah, I
But
lost like
holy
40
fuck,
pounds,
bro.
but it wasn't really on purpose. But yeah,
When you
dieting's
take out
extreme.
carbs, though, it's like you're so edgy when all the time.
It's like
you're
a girl
just
being on their
fuck-
period.
Yeah.
Probably similar. Like, well, they're even crazier, I think. But it's so nice. Danny's got her aura ring. She's got enough data, and like she's really, really looked in and learned about her estrogen and whatever, progesterone or whatever, and knows what emotions are gonna come when her estrogen levels are higher or lower. And learning about her body has helped her understand and be able to not be as moody. But it's so crazy because she didn't learn it in school. She didn't learn it from her mom because her mom never learned it. So Danny's learned all of this by herself, which is like such an important thing for girls to know, which is we're lucky Elena's going to grow up knowing that or being able to learn it from Danny. But it's so crazy because you ask 99% of girls, like, do you know when your cycle is? Or do you have like an idea of why you're acting a certain way or about all this? When you're most able to get pregnant easy, ovulating, when you're ovulating, just all those things that Danny's learned. It's fucking super interesting.
I wonder if ever there's going to be a day in school where they're like, hey, let's kind of restructure this. Let's teach these kids some different shit.
I think that's what college is for, though.
No.
'Cause I learned
Is
about
it communication and
my
shit?
anatomy and physiology class. We took like 2 weeks to learn about the women's cycle
Yeah.
and the hormones and everything.
So when you're 19, 20, you've been doing it for 7 years, then you learn about it. They start their periods and they're like 13,
Yeah, that
12,
doesn't-
11, like
That
very
was
young.
Yeah, that was another question I had about God. That was weird. That I mean,
Why would God allow 11, 12-year-olds to get pregnant? I think probably because so long ago, like the lifespan was so short. Like they might have been getting pregnant at that age and dying when they're 25. Who knows? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, no
it's a good
shit.
question though.
No shit.
Nowadays, a
But
lot.
I'm saying, I mean, in college they don't teach you to communicate with your partner, do
No.
they?
No.
Is there like a communication?
I'm sure
with
if you look for a different class, it's probably like a club, communication club.
There's some pretty weird classes you can take in college. I'm sure.
and then
Ping pong.
and then in
Modern
college,
horror.
Modern what?
Modern horror films. We like studied modern horror films. Like you can take some weird shit in college.
dude,
They might have something.
I was taking a cardio class to help me with fighting. I was taking ping pong. I was
Yeah.
taking
To be a firefighter?
drama. Yep,
Yeah.
just getting my generals in, taking out the loans.
Schmitty, you need to sit down. You're giving me anxiety.
No, I'm giving you anxiety. Okay.
No, you're not.
I
You're
do-
fine. You're fine. You're fine. He's just
So I'm
pacing.
excited. I'm so excited.
Did-
I can ball up.
And how long did you go to college for?
2 years, two, a little over 2.
And do you think it helped? Do you not like it? Do you like it?
It helped. I got some decent kills. I mean, some decent strange, and it funded me while I trained. It
Because
funded
of
me.
loans?
It funded me as an amateur until I turned pro. So in that way, it helped for sure. I'm trying to think in one other way that helped. You know what did kind of help is my typing class. I can type pretty quick because of my typing class.
Do you think that was part of it was because you weren't there to really learn? You were there to.
I mean, I just wasn't passionate about
Yeah.
what I'm learning. I'm like, what the fuck is this, dude? All I can think about is fighting and grappling and kickboxing and just combat sports. That's all I could fucking
Not
think
chicks?
about. I mean, chicks mostly. In college, I didn't fucking get a lot of chicks though.
Where did you?
Same. Well,
What'd you say?
What did you go to college?
Why?
Where?
University of Montana.
Oh,
Stayed
you
in
did?
Jesse Hall.
remember
Oh,
your
God.
fucking
Oh, yeah,
your
yeah,
lunch
Jesse Hall.
talks and your fucking.
Oh yeah, the corner store. Yeah.
You know, and do you only get lucky if your parents teach you how to do taxes? That's where you luck out, because other than that, you're just.
I remember I took a money management class and there he
Yeah,
is. Let's see if he got pussy.
I
You
think
can
could
tell. You
take
can tell.
accounting in college if you wanted to.
Did
and
that-
learn about taxes? I didn't take accounting, but
I took money management and they taught stuff like that, but I had zero desire to learn about that.
Yeah.
Like I failed that class. I did not. Well, I failed every class pretty much, but I just didn't care to learn, which was my fault. But they did offer it. Money management.
Yeah.
I think they talked
yeah,
about.
I took money
taxes.
management my freshman year of high school. Too.
What was the girl's name? The lady's name?
Oh gosh, she was so
She
nice.
hated. I had to write like I will
loved me.
not blah 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 1,000 times on paper that turned it in.
That's 9th grade. You were learning money management.
Freshman.
Money management.
I was
You
a
just got a
freshman or
fucking
sophomore.
boner and you're just worried about
Yeah.
fiddling it under your desk.
Yeah.
But one of the you played like a game and it was like literally like a Sims game where you had to like go through life and you had to go to college or anything. So we pretty much played video games.
I knew I wasn't going to college like when I heard like, okay, you have to go to middle school, you have to go to high school, but you don't have to go to college. I'm like, well, I'm not going to college.
I think college was sweet.
Fucking hated school.
It taught
dude.
me so much about exercise and exercise science that I'd never learned in high school. And I think if you go to college with that mindset of you want to learn that, then it's awesome.
I
But
agree.
a lot of people go in there and they don't even know what they're doing. They're
What
spending
do you think?
money.
90% of people go to college like just to go to college because their parents and their like the surrounding
friends.
people. are
Yeah,
like,
I
"God."
bet the majority of people head that way because of
Yeah.
social society norms.
Look at this, the kid.
mean,
you can know you got pussy. You can't quit smiling.
The thing is, even if he said he did, it's just like we gotta question it.
Did you get
We
laid
gotta
last
question
night,
it.
G?
This morning.
Hey, why
Hey.
not last night?
Fucking, it was like 3 in the morning.
Whiskey dicking. So you hit it in the morning.
I hit it.
Well.
I hit it whether I'm tired. I hit it whether I'm faded. I hit it whether they want. No, I'm joking. I'm kidding.
Cut that shit.
Cut that. No, I was kidding. All girls want it.
Yeah. So, but
Why
dude,
die looking jacked?
even with that exercise science and stuff, I wonder when they'll be like, okay, it needs to be updated a little bit. It needs to be updated. Some of the shit we're teaching, there's clear science and there's clear research that's changed.
Right.
like Paul
I
Check.
wonder what colleges do that, or if any, or if they're like, nope, this was written here in 1950s. This is the way you do it.
Well, from my perspective, like they always take, like a lot of the professors are always reading journals and the new journals that are updated, that are peer reviewed and taken into like people have to really go into the next levels to make sure these articles are right. And from my perspective, like they were always doing that, reading new journals, taking in new perspectives.
I wonder how many professors do that though, or other professors are like, nope, I'm old school, baby. This is what my dad
There's
taught
probably
me. This is what's-"
definitely some old school motherfuckers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think it depends, and especially in science, I think you have to learn to change. But like the English and the histories, I feel like you could get caught in your ways. But science and exercise moves so fast, and there's so much new information. You have to change, or you're gonna get caught up.
Like Schmitty, like you went to college and you got a degree. I don't know how much you spent on that degree, and you can't find a fucking job, and you spent all this time on this degree. That's the thing that annoys me too. I'm like, you get a degree, you're not guaranteed a good job.
I think college is awesome for if you want to become a doctor or a lawyer, something you have to go to school for.
Yeah.
But for other things, if you don't really know what you're doing, you can work your way up through different companies where you don't need a degree.
Yeah.
But if you want to become like a PT, a doctor, a lawyer, that's when college I think is the most important.
They're not going to go off stuff you learned. I mean, they're not going to go off be like, oh, I've listened to podcasts for 7 years about this exact topic. They're not going to. People are hiring her. Like,
That's
nope.
on your resume.
Show
I
me
listen
the
to every Joe Rogan
certificate.
podcast.
I mean,
last 7
someone
years.
who listens to every Joe Rogan podcast is probably
takes it in.
smarter than
Me.
majority of college students
yeah,
in certain topics, I guess.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ukraine.
Especially like you said, like if you don't want to learn about it, you're not gonna care to go to class. You're not gonna.
Which
try
is
to go to
impressive that some people do. They don't really give a fuck about it, but they'll study, they'll pass the test, and they'll learn the shit. That's impressive.
there's
I don't know
re-
how
I mean,
the fuck people do that.
Maybe they're not even learning the shit. They're just really
Memorizing it.
memorizing it and passing the tests.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. But your brain is so powerful, dude. If you can get any sort of connection, and your brain is able to keep working on the connection, even just by if you're going to class and you're writing and you're listening and you're reading, your brain's forming these connections. So it might be memorization, but it might be long-term memorization, which is pretty much like you're knowing.
Which is crazy with doctors, dude, the type of memorization they have to do. And then they sit someone down and the person tells them their symptoms and their computer's just going up here.
yeah,
Well, you need this.
You
well,
should have
need
seen the
this.
shit he had to memorize to get his degree or whatever. Like he had all the
Was it
muscles and bones and
Physiology.
shit.
Yeah, anatomy and physiology was hard. You had to learn. I learned every single muscle, origin, insertion, action. Like
crazy
you had to
shit.
learn that over a semester.
Daniel was good at school, 4.0, smart.
I ended up graduating with a 3.85 in college, which is pretty good. But
That's why I like
Jesus.
his perspective on all of it.
Not mine. No,
Some
I mean,
of it-
ours is the same. We're just fucking tards.
but then there was some classes like that you'd go to and you'd be like, wow, because Missoula is a liberal arts school, so they try to get you to learn everything. You have a little bit of knowledge of everything is kind of their perspective, and so you learn some weird classes and you had to take a bunch of electives to do these classes, and it was just the liberal arts part of it was kind of weird because you do have to pay money to learn these bullshit classes and you have to get a bunch of electives in order to graduate.
That's weird.
Because half my degree wasn't even exercise science. My senior year classes were pretty much directed towards exercise science, but my freshman, sophomore, you're taking writing, you're taking basic stuff that they want you to know because it's a liberal arts school.
Huh.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Did you get any experience while you were going to college too, or not? Were you just going to school?
I had to do for school. I had to do internships, and for PT school, I had to do so that there were summers where I was working 25 hours a week, not getting paid internships on top of working 30, 40 hours a week. And then like going in my senior year, I worked like over 130 hours, not getting paid at a PT internship, and then I was working 40 hours on top of that.
It just trips me out. Like you guys are from the same parents, the same upbringing, and
Supposedly.
yeah. And you're more a little straight edge, and he's just off the wall. I'm like,
Yeah,
it's
no, that's-
weird how that happens.
Probably, yeah, I don't know.
It is really weird because we pretty much grew up doing the same thing.
I feel like me and Michael are very similar in a lot of ways.
Yeah, I can see that.
I feel like Shayla's pretty similar to me too. I think Shayla's kind of wild.
Really,
Yeah.
So
Like,
maybe I'm adopted.
yeah, maybe.
you don't look alike.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Speaking of,
Yeah.
dude, I think I need to get my fucking nose fixed. This deviated septum, dude, it's just really because I've been having bad allergies the last couple days to where I literally could not even like take an in like zero flow through my nose. Even right now, it's still bad, but I'm able to, which is nice. But this nose spray, you can, and it's crazy. Alana, Daniel's girl, we were talking about yesterday how you can go to the store and it says don't take for more than 3 days. People are gonna fucking take it for more than 3 days. You gotta read it because you get rebound congestion, which means so I take this nose spray every night for 3 days, and then I feel good. But then like when I hit it, it feels good. I can breathe through my nose. But then the fourth day, it's like fuck, I still can't breathe. I'm gonna hit it again. Like Frank, what happened to Frank? So after now you, it's just there all the time. It's called rebound congestion, right? I think it's what she said, and it's just that's how it fucks you is those nose sprays. You get addicted to those nose sprays. You cannot breathe without them, and then it fucks up so many things, like the side effects from those.
What
It's
is
crazy.
the long-term side effects of that? If you take nose spray for 10 years, every day, every 5 hours, I wonder like what happens. I wonder.
Well, it probably teaches your body that to not get rid of it by itself.
Dude, after
Of
3
course.
days.
Of
Yeah.
After
So then your body's just completely fucked.
Or if
It's
you're
like
just rotting or doing something to your sinuses.
well, it's going straight into your fucking brain, probably. And not being able to breathe through my nose, especially because I'm pretty conscious about it, especially if I'm working out or sitting in the hot whatever, or I'm doing my nasal breathing. We went to hot yoga on Friday night, and I had zero and it was uncomfortable. Just breathing through my mouth for an hour trying to stretch it. It was fucking miserable.
It's probably a big cause of fucking
Anxiety, 100%. Anxiety, mouth breathing all day. It's horrible for you.
Yeah.
Like nasal breathing's so powerful.
Dude, I'm fucking next. Wait, no, it isn't next weekend.
We leave
or is it
Friday,
next
boy.
weekend?
We leave
No,
Friday.
it's April 9th. I know.
Oh,
But I'm saying for Peter Aljo.
I rewatched it yesterday.
I did. Dude, the commentators had it right. That frantic pace for 25 minutes, I don't think it's humanly possible.
Not
I
for
mean-
someone with as much muscle. Like Aljo's pretty jacked. He's got a lot of muscle. Like for him to keep that pace, it means he's got to keep the muscles going for 25 minutes. And they slowed down. They started slowing down, especially when I think Peter had 7 takedowns.
Yeah.
The first shot, Aljo takes him down, and it's like, oh shit, okay, Aljo can take him down. The second shot, oh, never mind, he can't. Third shot, nope, he can't. And I think once Aljo realized he couldn't take him down, it was a mental switch. Like fuck, and the fatigue started kicking in. But Aljo's a dangerous motherfucker. I think Aljo approaches this fight a lot different, and either like you said, he gets pieced up worse, or it's a whole new fight. I'm very curious and interested in this fight now.
Yeah, me too. But the way that fight was going, I think Peter was going to finish him.
I do-
think fourth or
100%.
fifth, I think he was going to puck.
Because that was in the end of midway through the fourth, right, when that happened.
Yeah.
End of the fourth-ish. Yeah.
But he was coming out like, whew, he was slowing down.
In the
dude.
corner, they said, "How you feel, Aljo?" There was like no response. Like Peter's probably one of my favorite fighters to watch.
Dude,
He's
I mean,
sick.
he's so fucking solid. But even the corner asking how you feel, what's the point in asking that? I'm trying to think.
Maybe
what's he gonna say? Gas and not good. The guy's way better than I thought. Fuck, it's
can't
not
take him
going
down.
good.
Arms are tired. How you doing,
I
coach?
wanted to ask you that. Do you think Peter's gonna have any effect without having Cornermen? Like, do you feel like what you do for Sean, you need that Cornerman or what?
I guess-
I feel like with Peter, I feel like he's a Terminator. He doesn't need anyone. I feel like with Sean, I don't feel like he needs anyone, but I think it's a little bit extra comfort having a different set of eyes that you trust.
I said this before. I would only need if I could just pick one person, I'd have Tim in my corner. I'd feel comfortable. Having Tank and Brandon there's fucking a bonus. But if I didn't have Tim there, it would be a lot different. It would be weird. I don't know if it'd affect my performance.
I don't think it would. I don't think you or
think
Peter.
I'm a performer, but
Yeah,
it would
when
be
the-
weird.
When the lights turn on, I mean, you're doing the same shit. Rarely I say shit in the corners. Sometimes
I don't need shit to be said. I'm in there flowing. There is certain things and there's certain call outs you make that do work and help. But dude, yeah, I think a lot of corners over talk. 90% of them over yell shit.
Yeah,
There's no need.
the most annoying part is when someone sits down and 3 people are screaming at them. Right when they fucking sit down from this hectic
Heart rate's 190.
Yeah, 190, 195, and they're la, 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 la. What did I say?
Yeah,
Dude,
repeat after me.
Just shut the fuck up. Let the guy breathe for a sec.
Do
Yeah.
you think stand up or when the people, when you always see them drag them to their corners when they have them on the ground so they can hear their corners? Do you think like talking to Sean in a stand up or talking to Sean on the ground's any different? Or do you think
Like
you'd
if
be
I'm
more...
sitting on the stool or on the
No. Like, you know, when
I see what
people
you're
get
saying.
takedowns and they
Oh,
try and
okay,
drag
sorry.
them to their
Yeah.
corner so they can hear. Like, do you think it'd be more, because Sean hasn't been on the ground very much,
Yeah.
obviously. Do you think it'd be more beneficial? for you?
100%.
I would rather be close. If I was on my back right next to Tank and Tim, it'd be better.
because I know what he knows.
Right.
So
Yeah.
when I communicate it, I know he's going to understand what I'm saying and not just barking random shit. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And
So
he's
that
going to trust it,
comfortability for sure.
especially on the ground, especially against the cage.
like having
for sure.
Tank and Tim right there it's a superpower. Having them,
Right.
hey, do like he said, he knows what I know, so he's not gonna say do this fucking X guard sweep that I don't know because like I don't know it, so he knows what I need to do.
So it
Yeah.
might play an advantage if Aljo can get the takedown on Peter.
True. Yeah, true.
Dude, Aljo or Peter looks he's a little dude.
Yeah,
Peter's not. He's a little Russian, but he's strong. You could tell in that fight he's a strong motherfucker.
Oh, for sure.
Got
dude.
that Russian strength.
Yeah, I'm so fucking pumped for that fight. That whole card's gnarly.
Should we talk about? Oh, wait, I guess it's next. We could talk about it next Sunday,
Yeah.
but
But we should do,
Oh, Cub
do a little
shot.
party or something because your dad will be in town, my brother will be in town.
April 9th, yeah. We could,
Yeah,
yeah.
that'd be fun.
Watch it on my fucking 4G or my 3G internet.
Fuck, I forgot about that.
Skipping everyone.
Dude, I'm so sick of this fucking Starlink bullshit. The prices went up, and I still don't have it. I got an email like, "Hey, the prices are gonna be going up." I'm like, "Cool." I don't fucking even have it yet.
You
Ordered
already
it.
paid 20 racks for it?
No, Starlinks isn't 20 racks.
Oh, how
Starlinks isn't that much. It was like $550 or whatever. No, they said it would be $40,000 for me to dig what's the internet we have at the apartment? Fiber optics. 40 racks to dig fiber optics to my house. To have good internet. And I'll just rather spend.
I don't even know.
Lambo.
You guys already probably talked about the Lambo on your pod.
I'm not talking about it.
About that?
No,
we
let's
didn't
not
talk
talk about
that.
Yeah, we don't need.
I don't want to talk about it.
It's good.
You
good
just learn.
investments.
You learn lessons. You just gotta experience them. That's what I was telling Brandon. I'm like, it's people can tell you don't buy shit. And I just gotta experience. That's just how I am, dude. I
don't
have
think
to
you're gonna
experience it
learn.
myself.
Dude,
I want a Ferrari next.
That's what people.
exactly.
That's what people don't understand. Other coaches, other people that think they're gonna tell Sean how to act, or it's like, dude, he's gonna do what the fuck he's
That's
gonna
true.
do.
Yeah.
You can maybe give him a little bit of advice that maybe he'll take, but just let him fucking do it, dude. God damn.
I mean, well, 1 year ago today, I fought Thomas Almeida, coming off the Cheeto fight. Everyone's questioning. Oh my god! All you gotta do is kick him in the leg. How we figured it out. I'm gonna fight this Muay Thai fighter with 20+ fights that loves chopping people's legs. There's no way he's gonna just kick him in the leg and we win the fight. Kick him in the nerve. So that fight felt good to go out there and perform the way I did. Knocked him out 3 times basically.
Yeah.
And then right after, he's not really. He's up past his prime. Almeida. He's not.
Oh,
blah, blah, blah.
Almeida's not the one to kick.
Why does it feel so good, like making those haters feel bad? But they don't even feel bad.
No.
They'll rationalize it in their head. Yeah, well, blah 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 blah. So it's just like, what? But why does it feel good?
Schmitty knows. That's what Schmitty's doing.
When you overcome adversity, baby, it feels good.
Thank God we called Schmidt.
Yeah.
100%, boys.
Yeah, you're welcome. No, sure. Schmitty, we need to get him laid next. We got Dow laid. Well, Dow got himself laid. But Schmitty, we got to work on that.
We finally busted.
He finally jayed off. Schmitty literally thinks he's not getting a chick because he's fat. Not because he doesn't talk to chicks, but because he's, I'm doing air quotes, fat. That's why he doesn't get
So you're
chicks.
saying right now, if you were skinny and had abs, it'd be easier to get chicks.
100%.
But who would
No.
you smash if you ain't talking to nobody?
First off, I feel better. You know what I mean? When you feel better, you're.
That would change. The confidence would
Yeah,
change.
yeah.
But that's not from.
'Cause girls
I guess
like
maybe
guys
it
that feel
is.
good about themselves.
And you just walk around feeling like shit.
No,
You seem you seem like you feel comfortable in your skin.
Right, and
That's what I'm
people
saying.
And people say, hey, he's funny, he's tall, so it's like, why am I not a puss magnet? I don't know. You guys tell me.
Because you don't talk to chicks.
Yeah, you gotta talk to him, I guess.
Do you?
I've never seen you try. I've seen you DM a couple chicks like that a little bit. I know, but that's tough, dude. There was downtown Tempe Festival of Arts. We went down there, got some froyo, rode some birds around, was fucking lit. 1,000 people out
Now
there.
that I got a job and I'm gonna have some moolah, I'm down.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go
I
to
think
the
that'll
next
help with the confidence too, having some moolah to be able to treat a girl.
Do you try and outkick your coverage a little bit though? Or are you going for these chicks that are like?
He's going for 10s.
Because I've that's what I've always tried to done. I always try to outkick my coverage. You know, you may not be ugly. You may be ugly, but you're funny a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Girls love funny.
Yeah.
Funny and blue check marks, baby.
More time they're laughing, the more time their eyes are closed. They can't see you.
Yeah.
ball too, boys. Imagine all you guys
Are you?
ball. Let's see.
Dude, I wouldn't want to go.
I went bald in a 17 boot camp. Still
Dude,
got puss.
My whole family, I mean, my dad and brother, they went bald. I'm so thankful. I would look like so bad.
But dude, they have hair implants and shit, right? Like
yeah.
you could.
I think Paulo did that.
Who?
Paulo Costa.
Oh yeah, Paulo Costa.
Hair implants.
Yeah.
Damn, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would do hair implants.
I would too. I would not.
I don't
let
know.
go
I
bald.
think head buzzed and bald's a little different.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Well, I got a big ass head. I'd be looking.
I think
funny.
I'd look cute.
Dude, I remember like I had a sweet longer mullet. The tips were frosted, and I was fighting at the Playboy Mansion, and I made a
tips.
bet on some fights. Fighting at the Playboy Mansion the next week, like there's gonna be chicks, naked chicks, and I lost a bet and had to buzz my head bald.
Oh god.
Damn.
It ruined me.
Danny's been liking the idea of like going super short hair and then doing like different colors and shit. So I don't know. I think I'd like the hair.
That'd be
But
cool.
we'll see. Yeah, I think randomly maybe like for a fight, like right before a fight, doing something crazy, just
People
like
talking.
whoa.
I know. I want Danny to frost my tips a bit, but she just says you can't quit being a pussy.
Because you schedule and then you're like, I can't make it.
I know. Oh my god, damn it.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
The
though.
frosted tips with the red hair look good.
I don't know. I might look dumb.
Fat boys, but that is it. Ooh, God, dude, Jack Harlow's just so smooth, dude.
I want some of those New Balances he rocks. Those are tight.
Some newbies. You've been listening to Russ finally a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
I've been listening to Russ consistently pretty much every day for the last like 4 years. Russ just talks to me, dude. Russ fucking. Oh, did you see Steve's new video with 42?
Yeah.
I want to fucking kick it with 42 so bad. He seems like such a cool little fucker, dude.
I love that he's like 5'6" and just fat.
He's not 5'6", G. He's 5'2".
Really?
That's what the Google.
He's not
says here.
5'6", G. I love the quote he said in Steve's video. It said, "Real is hold up, fake is fold up." I was
Yeah,
like,
that's
damn,
good.
I felt that, G. Real is fold up.
I always want to know what 6ix9ine thinks when he says the best rapper, my favorite rapper.
Well, 6ix9ine doesn't claim to be a rapper. He always just said,
Oh.
"I just yell shit and just like he doesn't say like I'm good at my craft." I don't think. I'm pretty sure I've heard him say like my music's trash. Like I just scream shit.
Really?
That's what he said that. Have you guys heard that? I've heard that. I swear.
Huh.
This is what Kardashians they always say. On Bible.
On
It's
Bible.
so sick, dude. On Bible.
Oh, Bible. That's some shit Dow
Probably when
would say.
you're actually religious.
Bible.
It means nothing to you.
Yeah, it means nothing to me. Bible. No, I love Bible.
Yeah.
But that's life, you know.
It is.
I'm hoping I can breathe a little better today. You gaming soon?
I might try to game a little bit. I took those allergy medicine.
What'd you take?
Fucking Sudafed.
Sudafed. Is that what I took yesterday?
Yeah.
Dude, the pill or is
Yep.
it just a pill?
Pill.
That did help me a lot with my congestion. And it made me, like Alana said, she's like, I feel like tired and loopy. Bro, I hit me hard last night.
Yeah, Sudafed messes
Zaps
me
ya.
up pretty
Yeah,
good.
I like it. I want another.
What's your schedule usually like when you're streaming? Do you have a set schedule at the beginning of the week, or is it whenever you
No,
feel?
I feel like I should schedule it more, but it's hard because everyone I game with, like, works.
I don't think
9
you
to
need
5
a
jobs.
schedule because you don't. It's not like your Twitch doesn't revolve around anything else. You stream whenever you want to, so you can do 2 a day just randomly. You can do one
That's true.
4-hour stream. You can then go to the gym because he literally goes to the gym and streams. Those are his 2 obligations that he has in the day. So it's like I might as well not even have a schedule and just go with the flow.
Well, I pretty much stream around Alana's schedule.
Yeah.
Because if she's like busy, has a test all next week or whatever, and she's just grinding, then I'll hop on. But
Has Michaela sold any houses yet?
I think she's.
I think
waiting
she
to
was
close on
about to close on one, and then they found out they needed to put like 20,000 into the pool, and she was like, "Fuck, they might not now." And, dude, real estate is stressful.
I can't imagine because you get into real estate and like, oh, real estate, you're gonna make good
You
money.
can make 500 racks.
It's like fuck.
You
Yeah,
can make
yeah.
good money, but it's also there's a possibility you might not make any fucking money.
Dad said Michael's trying to maybe be a car salesman.
I know he's gonna work at Nissan. I'm like, dude,
What about it? What's wrong with that?
I'm pretty sure well, maybe it's different now because the market's so different, but those motherfuckers work like 12-hour days.
Yeah, you work
just
long
sit
hours.
inside, smoking cigarettes, fucking gambling on their phones, and someone randomly walks in, and then they don't want a car. And it's like it's a
damn.
fucking tough business too. If you're working on commission,
Yeah. But Michael likes talking, so at least.
He's-
and it'll keep
he's
him
good.
busy.
Yeah. Who
Yeah.
knows?
Michael's a good dude. He's a good dude. Daniel's addicted to sports betting on his phone.
Apparently.
He'll bet on tennis matches that he has no idea about.
Apparently, because Sean made a rumor about it, and now I'm getting messages from people.
Need
I did
help.
make a rumor.
And I'm like, hey, just know, keep your head up. Sports books always win. I'm like, dude, I'm really not addicted.
A little bit.
I put $100 in, and I've been playing with that money for probably 4 or 5 months.
That's good. No, you're not addicted.
I haven't lost it.
I just it was a little fun little rumor that he sold all his furniture and
Yeah. But I'm probably gonna be done once March Madness is up because it's Elite 8 right now.
all right. You say that now, then when we get you new in
Until
6
football
months.
season
Oh,
starts.
okay, that's fair.
Because betting on football is fun. I mean, I don't throw much on it, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
It just kind of enhances the game a little bit. Then you lose and you're pissed off and shaking, but it's pretty fun.
Fuck
You
yeah.
sports bet at all?
I mean,
UFC fights?
I do some of the UFC fights
Some
once
of-
in a little while. Jakar sent me that video of Cody No Love on the UFC thing saying, damn, he's got a lot of brain damage now because he was fucking up his speech.
Cody
My
was.
God, yeah.
I hate seeing that shit. Really do. Because I put myself in that position. I'm like, I'm in the UFC. I'm a fighter, and like that could happen. I just fucking hate to see that. It's tough.
Yeah. Fuck, dude.
Do you think Dana needs to? I've talked to Sean about this, but do you think Dana needs to set up like a better union thing to where fighters can get help with brain damage and they can get help with other things? Or do you think that's their like whatever? You
Dude,
do
we're under our own bosses or contractors or whatever. Like, you don't. That's not his problem.
I feel like the more look into that, and the more they look to help fighters doing that, the more light's gonna come about. Be like, damn, these guys' brains are fucked.
Right.
These guys are getting CT and it's not good. And then who knows what happens, you know?
So you think he's kind of nervous about what
He probably
he found out?
Potentially. I'm so lucky, dude. I haven't been sparring. Like, if I would have sparred as much as I used to these because I quit sparring out of camp, like, what, Tim, 3-4 years ago? Something like that.
Yep.
If I would have continued to spar the way I have when I was 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, like those years, if I would have continued to spar like that for these last 3-4 years, I would have been hit in the head so many fucking times, had so many more concussions. You get concussions when you spar. You just do. You get, like, how many concussions I've had sparring in the gym leading up to fights is crazy. Same with you. Same with every fighter.
I mean, the timing worked out perfect. I mean, for you.
I put in enough work. I put in the hours.
Yeah, and I mean, at the beginning, even at the lab when I first got there, I was like, you spar twice a week. And it's not
Wednesday, Saturday.
You're not sparring, dude. You're fighting.
You're
Wednesday, fucking Saturday. Fighting, and people are trying to win in there, and they're hurting each other, and we're trying to compete, and it was not good for 7 years. I feel like it kind of fucked my career up a little bit.
Yeah,
it really did.
Well, and it's like you're going to get. I was an amateur fighting against UFC fighters, like 19, 20 years old, and I don't feel like I'm talking down on it in a way, because it did put me to where I'm at now. I'm in a good position now, and it was important, and I'm here now. It's just like it could be gone about a lot better ways, I think.
Yeah. Were you staying with me when? Okay, it was, I think, 6 days before my Bellator fight in the tournament. I was cutting to 155, so I almost weigh 200 right now, and I was 165, sparring 3 rounds. The first 2 with Benson.
So it was a Saturday before you left. So you fight Saturday.
No, I fight Friday, and I'm sparring Saturday.
Oh, so you're sparring 6 days before your fight.
Yeah, 100%. And Benson kicks me in the top of the head. I take a knee. I get back up, finish the round, but then I don't remember anything. After I'm crying, I'm like, I can't fight this guy, and I said the wrong name, and I fucking couldn't drive home because I didn't remember where I lived, and I have to fight this guy in 5 days, and I still have to cut to 155.
Jeez,
like
it's scary. It's dangerous.
But it's changed now. Now you don't really spar. I mean, 2 weeks before. Sometimes you're always not doing the 3 rounds. And it's getting better.
Sparring. It is. And I think people, just like me saying this, talking to other younger fighters too, helps a lot, which is important. Because, dude, you want to be able to. It's easy when you're 20 years old. You're like, I don't care when I'm 40. Like, I just got to fucking grind, baby. I'll deal with it when I get there. Dude, your brain health is so fucking important. As I do coke. No, your brain health is so important. It's the number one priority. If I had to pick, like, you could be champ. You could be fucking 35, 45, 55 pound champ. But when you're 50, like, your head's gonna really hurt. You're not gonna be able to talk as much. Like, or you could retire right now and your brain's fine. I would be done fighting.
Yeah, and even if you don't, and you're like, no, fuck it, I don't give a fuck. But you got to care about your family and your kids and be a good dad and be able to communicate and not just be off the wall because you got some fucking screws loose now.
God, yeah, fighting's fucked, dude.
It is. I know, that's why I'm surprised they don't.
So is football, though. Football's just as bad, if not worse. They're playing 16 games a season.
Probably worse.
Probably worse.
I wonder how much. I wonder how much they go. They probably don't go live in practice as much.
No, I heard recently-ish, like they really stopped hitting each other at practice.
And they have pretty strict concussion protocols to where if you do get a concussion, you have
they
to
give you fucking
tests
drugs.
And
You're
tests.
like, oh, God.
Oh,
No,
really?
they do. You have to pass like a week's worth of tests to even play in the next game. If you don't, you're automatically like.
Yeah, but how much of that, like, money? Here's $1,500. Like, here's $1,000.
Yeah. Like, especially like the guards, the offensive guards that have to hit those D linemen when they're pulling and hitting corners in. Offensive linemen, every shit. Like, ugh.
God, when I used to be linebacker, I was tearing that running back up. I'd hit the fullback first, let him know, and then hit.
Yeah.
What did you see that Sean Strickland, Alex Pereira?
That's
July
sweet.
30th, they were. Alex Pereira's kind of. You think if he beats Sean Strickland?
If he beats Sean Strickland, he'll get a big fight. Sean Strickland's not a big fight, is it?
He's ranked like
is he?
5 or 6 or something.
Sean Strickland is?
I think.
Oh,
6 or
shit.
7.
Never mind.
He's
That's a
there
big
somewhere.
fight then. Yeah, fuck yeah. I didn't know.
Well, and then they're going to be able to sell it, so they're probably hoping he wins. But I feel like for Pereira, that's a good fight for him.
Yeah.
Kickboxing. But Colby was really pushing for the Izzy fight in that podcast.
Really?
I mean, he said it's the biggest fight to make right now. It's Colby versus Izzy.
Well, we got to see what the Colby Masvidal pay-per-view did. Until we see that, we don't know if that's the big fight.
Those numbers?
I bet you it did good.
I think it did good too.
They're still not out.
Well, when I was talking to Sean Shelby, he said it could take 6 months for like accurate numbers to come out. Like it could take a long fucking time.
Did you see Nate Diaz's tweet saying he wants out? And he tagged the wrong hunter. It's just some random dude. Yeah. And the guy's bio was like, not the UFC guy. And he's just getting follows and follows.
That's funny. Nate, yeah, it's like hard to say is he going about this the right way. Like hey, wanting to fight in Bellator. And now Dana's like, I cut you. You're going to fight in Bellator. My rival. Like, maybe shouldn't tweet that.
Yeah.
Or Jorge calling him. Jorge got arrested. We didn't even talk really about that, did we? We did on ours. Jorge got arrested. He's in jail. But I don't know if he still is. He's out. Went to jail. Did Colby talk about that?
I think it was the night of that.
So they recorded it before?
Fuck.
That'll still do really good.
Colby hasn't said like anything really. He hasn't came out. And said,
Well, who knows, dude?
Him.
Well,
Yeah,
who knows
he's
what fucking? He could have a bad concussion.
Yeah.
He could be fucking got really fucked up from a couple boom, boom, boom.
And saying his Rolex got hurt. Well, or he'll be like, Colby, the way he is, he'd be like, if I play this smart, I'll probably get $250,000 from this. From him coming up stroking me. If I've got good lawyers to attack him, he fucking came up and attacked me.
Yeah.
Bro, he said he'd scratch my $90,000 Rolex.
You see Habib saying everyone in the division should protest fighting Colby.
Yeah.
I was like, damn. What if they did? But then I was thinking like some up and comer, like they're gonna be like, yeah, I'll fight Colby. It's a huge opportunity.
Yeah.
So that wouldn't work. But and I want to see, dude. I've talked shit about Colby a long time. I remember when we were on the Rogan podcast, I said something about him.
Really?
Like way back. I'm like, what is he doing? But completely, I'm a fan of it all.
Oh,
I'm
for
like,
sure.
Now people are saying, did he really say stuff about Jorge's kids? Did he actually? No one can really find any evidence that he was talking about Jorge's kids. He said he was a deadbeat dad, which I therefore kind of is talking about his kids, which is kind of crossing the line. But whose line are we judging off of?
Imagine if
Whose line is it anyway?
every fighter came in there and maybe they picked a spiel and they're like, I'm going to fucking do this. I'm going to be all in on it too. It'd make most fights way more exciting.
Yeah, Colby, dude, he fucking did a good job. And he just, even when people are like, dude, that's not it. He's like, oh, it's it. Push the envelope. It's not it, dude. You're pushing. And he just kept pushing it to where he's I want to see these numbers, but he's a star now. He's got us talking about it. He's got everyone talking about it.
But does he do it so good because it's kind of him truly? Like
I don't think it is. I think he's playing a fucking character, and I think because I've heard so many people say like Colby's a good fucking dude, and he's just like he's a good guy, and he's just playing a fucking character. I'm in. I'm watching.
Oh, 100%.
I like the character.
100%.
Makes me want to go a little more crazy.
No.
He was talking about it too, about how his family's like, fuck, do you have to do it this way? Do you have to do this? And he's like, they don't understand. I'm
Gotta do what I gotta do.
I'm doing it.
Oh yeah, I'm a fan, but dude, I feel bad for Jorge too, because that could be the end of his career, right? I mean, he's just got a felony for
I don't think so.
rape.
Well, McGregor didn't.
No, jokes. Yeah, McGregor's going to arrest about 13 times. John Jones has killed like 7 people. I think he is good.
Yeah.
I wonder if the UFC is ever going to care about that part. Like getting arrested and doing this stuff and hurting people outside of the cage.
That's what's so sick about the UFC. It's like, you come to fight, then do your shit.
If you
Like,
do it.
Yeah. Thank God Dana's not like the MLB owner or NFL owner or anything. And it's like, no, you can't be yourself. You got to act this way. Like all the MLB baseball players, they can't be themselves.
But that's a good reminder, though. If you're Colby or if you're anybody, you're going to talk shit to real gangsters. Jorge, like calling Jorge a real gangster. Like they born fighting on the streets. Like, you got to have security.
Yeah.
If you had a security guard, maybe that doesn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
God, do you think that's gangster though? Sneaking up on someone?
It depends what the definition of gangster you're using. Like that's thug more so probably rather than gangsta.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's fucking yeah.
I still can't believe there's no video out on it. That's crazy.
Or there's like, I wonder if there's surveillance camera.
There was
somewhere.
one where you could kind of see him run up a little bit,
Yeah.
but
Really?
yeah.
It was a really bad angle, and you couldn't even see. You couldn't if you didn't know who it was. You wouldn't be like, "Oh, that's Jorge."
Because
No,
Jorge
it's
didn't
Colby.
plead. He pled not guilty, right?
Right.
That he said that's not him.
Oh, I bet he's like, fuck, I shouldn't have posted. You shouldn't have talked about my kids then.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn
I know
it.
Nate saying, "Who snitches on themselves?" That was pretty funny.
That is
That's good. That's perfection, boys.
Hour 15.
Yo.
What's the time at, Jay? Hour 13. Dude, I'm always I'm
You're good.
always
It's
like
close.
Good with the time.
Just counting the whole time in your head.
just a clock on my cock. You know what I'm saying? Got a Glock on my sock. What?
Hmm.
Boom.
End it with a freestyle.
Don't point at me. Point at Daniel.
Don't put at me, point at Schmitty.
Schmitty, down, hit us with on. Down,
Harry
finally got some
Mack on
pussy.
I know he had a little more swag coming in.
He did. He had a smile on his chin.
I want to
on
know
at
if
the
he
ground.
lasted. I want to know if he lasted. Nod yes or no. He didn't last. He didn't.
But wait, didn't Schmitty say he could last?
Schmitty
an
did say
hour?
he would last an hour and a half next time he has sex.
Yeah.
And he,
No shot.
yeah.
Hour
All right,
and
we
a
out this bitch. Doses.